Are you just a casual streamer looking to save a little bit of money on those high streaming services costs and don't require the latest and greatest of gadgets to get you through your day? Well, I'm going to talk to you today about the vSeeBox V3 Plus and how it can do all the things that you need it to do and not break the bank. Hello everyone and welcome back to Life Redesigned. Yes, I have another streaming box to share with you today because it seems like this channel has gone from an RV channel straight into the world of tech because, well, you guys are just killing me wanting to know all about these boxes. And the number one question I've been getting a lot lately is, hey, we see the low cost of the V3 model. Is it still worth it now? And can I get a hold of it? What are your thoughts on it? And that's what we're going to talk about today. It is the V3 Plus. Now, this here is not the newest models. The newest models are the V6s, believe it or not. But the V3 Plus intrigued me enough that I went and picked up one of these because I wanted to know what all the hype was about myself, because I know a lot of people who are still using these boxes. And I gotta say, I'm pretty impressed with what I'm finding. So we're gonna do normal stuff like we do with these videos. We're gonna open it up, we're gonna show you what I'm seeing, and then we're gonna run it through just a basic setup to show you how easy it is to get yourself going. Now, before I continue, because we're not a tech channel, some of the things are going to be a little hokey that we do. The other part is, well, YouTube likes to have these things called terms of service. There's a lot of things I can talk about and a lot of things I can't because, well, they'll shut me down. And I don't want to be shut down because this is my favorite hobby to do, to yell at a camera. So you're going to have to do some research on your own to find out what these apps do. But I can assure you when you're done, you're going to love what you're reading, you're going to love what you're knowing, and you're going to love the money that you're going to be saving. So right off, let's jump right in. Let's check out the box. The box by today's standards still holds up. It's pretty solid, and this is brand new. I have already opened it just to run it through some paces, but this is what your experience will be like. You'll open this up, and first thing you're going to notice is there's no antennas on this, but that does not mean that you're missing out on Wi-Fi capabilities because it's inside the box. And for those of you who like it, if you know, you know, I saved you the plastic peel off just for you. But this is pretty much similar to other boxes that I've walked through before. It's pretty similar to the design on the V5 models, but it is a nice lightweight box, and it has all your inputs and outputs that you would expect. It has your Ethernet, has 2 USB ports, HDMI, and it also has your power cable input. Very small form factor. I love it. I'd say it's about 4.5 by 3.5. Fits in pretty much any home theater, especially for those of you that are RVers like us. It's a nice little box to be able to throw in your backpack, just duct tape it down to the back of the TV, and yes, it will work because it's Bluetooth remote controlled. I like that as well. And speaking of Bluetooth remote controls, it comes with that as well. This is the original vSeeBox remote. I love this layout, and it's probably one of the better remotes on the market. This has everything you need, is Bluetooth enabled, and it also has voice controls if you're one of those who likes to yell into your remote if you don't have a camera at home to yell into. It comes with an HDMI cable and as well as your power port, and it comes with a user's manual. You're not going to get a whole deep dive in this thing, but it is in color and in English, which I love seeing. And it has all your basic info, all the stuff I'm going to show you here, just to walk you through and show you what everything is. A couple of things I want to point out is, one, the remote doesn't come with damn batteries. And if you've been watching any of our videos, you know it's my biggest pet peeve. I'll let it go, but really a couple of batteries wouldn't have killed you. You threw in an HDMI cable, get a couple of batteries in there. It's really just a couple of AAA batteries. But I do want to point out a couple of things. One, that you can get these boxes everywhere. You can get them on eBay, you can get them on Amazon, you can get them on Reddit, for crying out loud. You can send money through a telegram to somebody and they'll send you a box. That doesn't mean that those boxes are certified, and it doesn't mean that you're not going to get a brick in the mail. The best way to buy is to buy straight from vSeeBox. I'll leave a link in the video description, as well as a way for you to save a couple of bucks even off of the everyday low price. and that's from buying them directly. And we do want to thank vSeeBox for encouraging me to make more of these videos by helping out you, the viewer. Now let's get into a basic setup. We'll walk you through that. We'll come back and I'll share my final thoughts, what I think of the vSeeBox V3 Plus. And let me tell you, that's a lot of V's to get out. Right after that boot screen is you're going to have to set up your remote, and that's as simple as hitting the OK and the volume down button. You're going to hold that and get close to the device and then release the button after the light on the remote control flashes. And then you wait for automatic pairing, and there you go. And the first screen that's going to pop up after you set up your remote is going to be your language screen. And for us, it's going to be English, obviously, in the United States. We're going to arrow over. Now, this is an RV television, which means it is not the fanciest of TVs. So we're just having 1080p on this one here, but we have tested these boxes out before on 4K TVs, and the resolution is absolutely insane. So we're going to arrow over once we select that. This part is always very important to make sure that you, as we go back here, make sure that you set these up so that these arrows are all the way in the corners. And you want to make sure you get to about 100% and you're perfectly lined up. That's going to give you the maximum screen space for your television. Once you have that set up, you're just going to hit OK, arrow over. You're going to set up your time zone. For us, is Eastern Daylight Time, so we're going to move on from that. And then this here is where you're going to set up your Ethernet or Wi-Fi. For us, it's going to be Wi-Fi, and we recommend having this on its own network just because of what you're working with. And once you put in your username, password for your Wi-Fi, you're all set here. Standard disclaimer. And you just hit agree to that, and then you'll get this box here that says settings completed. You can start using your box now. And hit OK, and that's all there is to it. It's going to bring you right to your home screen. This is going to have pretty much everything that you're looking for as far as a standard box with a few added bonuses. You have your Google Play Store right off the top. You have Prime Video, Netflix, all the usual suspects, YouTube, Disney Plus. You also have a settings air screen. And this is a Miracast receiver. And if this one here I found to be awesome for these boxes, if you screw something up during the initial install, do not worry. You can hit initial setup and it goes right back into that screen. And that's awesome just to have something that is, well, relatively foolproof. So we'll go back to the home screen here, and you also have File Manager. I'm going to go down to the bottom real quick. You have system settings, and this here is where you can set up all your stuff. Standard Android box stuff here, folks. You can set up a name for your device. Again, you can change your network settings. You can allow Bluetooth, accounts and sign-ins if you have a preferred account that you want to use, your apps, and device preferences as well. Go back here. This here is your launcher. This is going to be all your controls for your launcher app. Again, standard Android stuff here. Software update, which is awesome here because it's all done. If anybody who's spent time doing XBMC boxes or Kodi TV boxes, back in the day, us old timers had to get it from one source and physically bring it to another. Well, this is all done over the air. That's an awesome improvement there. Your hotkeys, so you can customize your hotkeys on your remote control. So you have 4 buttons, one's red, green, yellow, and blue, and you can have them start up any app that you like, which is great if you have a lot of apps and you want to use your top 4 at any time. And then you have memory cleanup, which is always good to hit every once in a while. Now let's go back to this row. This is what you're buying the box for. This is going to save you money. This is the stuff that I can't talk about here on YouTube. But a couple of little Google searches and you'll be able to find what you're missing about these apps. But this is Heat Live, Heat Video on Demand, Video on Demand Ultra, and Backup by Heat. Now these apps, to complete the install, all you have to do is just highlight it like it is there and hit the OK button, and it will take care of itself. There's also a nice little app called Internet Speed Test. This is from fast.com. I don't find it to be the most reliable, but it will give you a rough approximation of what your internet speed is. There's better ones out there, but this is a good one just to have. And you also have your Firefox web browser, and then there's the Market, and this is where you'll get all these extra little apps here. things like IPTV, Nova is on there, Puffin TV browser, and so on and so forth. It has your standard apps, Peacock and Kodi as well. And then there's third-party apps that they recommend a VPN for. And again, do your own research on these. But I think you'll find a few of these are actually pretty decent. And then you have just some random stuff here. There's also another app here for a VPN. And then you have fast.com and some other over-the-air update stuffs. And then your basic stuff there. And that's pretty much the whole rundown here. You'll see that you have plenty of space to install new apps if you have others that you want to have. But again, these top 4 right here, this is what you're picking up the box for. This is going to be where you're going to spend probably 95% of your time on this box. And again, I wish I could cover so much more on this box, but again, with YouTube and their terms of service, that is all I can say about that. All right, now that we've shown you what's inside the box, let's cover the outside of the box. We'll do this a little bit backwards for you. This is going to cover your main features. This supports up to 8K resolution, has 4 gigabytes of RAM, has 64 gigabyte ROM. It's also got the voice control remote, which we talked about, and it has dual band Wi-Fi 6 without the external antennas, which is awesome. Bluetooth 5.0, Android 11, so it is running a previous version of Android. It does support HDMI 2.1, but it does have the over-the-air updates that I love. If you caught any of my reviews, this is one of the biggest things going right now. Over-the-air updates, you don't have to run to your computer, download files, and go back. Just simply hit the app and boom, you're done. And that's a big deal. All right, now before I wrap this video up, let's talk my final thoughts, because after all, it's my channel and I have some thoughts. The reality is, this is a great box. No complaints whatsoever. This or any of the other vSeeBox models, all are getting the job done. I didn't notice any lag over the new models. I didn't notice any buffering issues. It all just worked flawlessly. In fact, the actual experience rivaled the same experience of the newer models. So if you're just a casual streamer and you don't need all the advanced storage and stuff of that nature, this is a viable option, especially for the price point, and especially with that discount that you're going to get by clicking the link in the video description. And again, we want to thank vSeeBox for supporting what we're doing here on this channel. Overall, a great box, especially if you're a little nervous about stepping into these types of boxes. The V3 Plus is definitely something you want to put on your list. Now, if you have the vSeeBox V3 Plus and you've been using this for the past few years, let us know in the comments below what your thoughts are on this box, because in all my testing, it has performed flawlessly, and we highly recommend checking this box out. Until next time, I am Bob, this is Life Redesigned, and we are talking about the V3 Plus from vSeeBox.